You got your beta man, you got your alpha man. You know, they say God is the alpha and the omega. If God lives in me, then I'm an alpha too. Everybody, my name Darius Bass. Most everybody know me as Dito. So, yeah, man. Nice to meet y'all. Nice to meet whoever watching. But most importantly, nice to meet with you, bro.
Nice to meet with you too, bro. So, what do you do? As far as what's your goal? What are you trying to get done? What is your main thing that you want to complete in life? If it's one thing that you could choose to complete in life, what would it be?
So during the day, I work a regular job, you know, supplemental paper. I own a food truck with my brother. That's been going good. I want to be a businessman, but ever since I was a little dude, I always wanted to rap. As you can see, shit, it's always been in me. You know, people just been pumping music in me ever since I was a little dude. You know, I was at the foot of old heads. You know, my pop had me when he was 50, so music run through me, literature run through me. Shit, I write movies, screenplays, poetry. I write motivational shit. You know, I just want to be, you know, an ambassador of what a black man's supposed to be. You know, being a boss is what I aspire to be.
And what do you think is the biggest challenge of doing that in today's society with being a black man?
The biggest challenge is doing it by yourself, but the most greatest challenge is doing it without God.
I like that. I like that.
Facts.
And what would you say to the people who haven't found God yet, or are still trying to figure out who they are or their relationship with God? You know, how could they find that and really, you know, get closer to who God is? And how did you come in contact with learning who God was?
Well, biggest advice I give to somebody, I recommend them, is just to keep looking. Church don't always solve things. I'm more spiritual than anything, so like just getting around people who have a higher spiritual base than you, they got a stronger biblical background. All I was just doing is being a fly on the wall, but then just listening to men like Steve Harvey, Eric Thomas, T.D. Jakes, you know, just these real spiritual brothers who got a foundation already, and they just kicking game. So first you got to be able to open your mind and accept that what you've been taught is wrong. You got to cancel that limited belief that you have with God, because He don't want to harm you. That's what I had to figure out. You know, I got baptized August 22nd, 2012. How I know that I got my certificate, but that came from a life experience of when, you know, I got jumped. You know what I'm saying? I was at a place where my mind was dark. You dig? So that led me. My cousin snatched me up like, nah, cuz I see this going on. Come to church with me. I used to go to church on Easter.
Yeah.
Like only on Easter.
Yeah. On me, on the same thing everybody else do.
Yeah.
So, how would you say that being a man of God has reflected on your relationship and just your lifestyle as a whole? How has it changed you for the better? You know, because a lot of people search for God and a lot of people fail, you know, or what makes you feel as though you're confident, you know, that what you're doing is working and that you're being a good servant, you know, of the highest power?
Well, God give you confidence. He feels where you weak at. That's where He's strong at. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times, humans, we not really strong. We can't give our own credit to ourselves. We got to get it to a higher power. We got to get it to God, you know. So, being a servant, I feel, you know, is what we supposed to be. I mean, only real niggas understand it. Only real men understand that. You got your beta man, you got your alpha man. You know, they say God is the Alpha and the Omega. If God lives in me, then I'm an Alpha too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Fuck all that beta shit.
Yeah.
You know, just understanding that God is energy, just like money is energy. Everything is the law of attraction.
Yeah.
God is masculine and feminine energy. You know, you just gotta be able to balance that. And I just been on a quest of just balancing it. You know, understanding, you know, I love history, so having deep respect for my ancestors, having deep respect of my parents and what we've been through. Growing up in St. Louis, we the number one dangerous city. You know, it fluctuates, but shit, I mean, just being a young adult, you know, in this generation and trying to survive, I mean, shit is treacherous, but God is the only way, man. It's the only way. That's all I know.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue this. So, what is one of the most important aspects that you want to channel in your work? When you write, when you make music, when you produce movies and everything, what point are you trying to get across, or is there a point? Are you just expressing yourself, or are you actually trying to convey a message to people?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I want to speak with brevity. Right. So when I write music and shit, and then when I write movies, my biggest hiccup in movies was the action lines. I just couldn't quite seem to understand what makes a good screenplay. Is it how, you know, clever the writing is? Is it the way that they use adjectives to describe more things to lessen the verbiage? So I started looking at action lines as, okay, these are descriptive lines and shit. So then when I write my raps and shit, I look at my stanzas, my rap lines as action lines. So that helps me not only speak with brevity, but it keep me not only in a direction of what I want the song to be, but it helped me be creative and shit. It helped me use my literary toolbox, my metaphors, my similes, everything. Speaking with brevity, like I said, man. Just I don't want to waste nobody's time, you know. And I feel like when I open my mouth, I got to the point where in life where I only want to say things that I mean. You know, I didn't hurt a lot of people. When I say a lot of people, I mean like as far as like as relationships and shit. You say things you don't mean, right? But when you say them, it hurt. It'd be like, damn, like, why is you hurting like that? Mm-hmm. But because I said it. So that means if I say something and it can affect somebody, then I know if I can say something good, hopefully that'll affect somebody.
Right.
But I know if I say something bad, I fuck around that may stir up some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's in the Bible, you know, harsh words stir up things, calm words turn things away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel the same thing with music too. You can be able to move the soul and shit, you know, you can be able to put the words in the right place.
So what's the most important thing that you're trying to get people to understand, you know, just in the community and in life? You know, what's your biggest goal? Do you have a mission as far as affecting people? Like for me, I just want people to understand their self-value and their worth, knowing that you are your biggest obstacle, but at the same time, you're your biggest asset, you know, and nothing is going to happen until you make it happen. And just trying to channel that self-reliance in people, you know, relying on yourself and going out there and get it on your own. And really empathy and love too, bro. You know, I feel like it's so much evil spirits out there in the world. We need a lot more passion and empathy. Just respecting another person's point of view. You don't have to agree with it, but just understanding that, okay, I see where you coming from. Yeah. I see, you know, I don't really agree with it. That's not my style, but I accept that that's your perspective. Mm-hmm. And I accept that maybe if I went through the same things in life, I might possibly have had that same perspective. Mm-hmm. You know, so what do you kind of think as far as what you're trying to put out there in life? What do you want people to get from you when you speak to them? You know, what are you trying to get across to people?
Like when I the way I present myself, like I do a lot of speeches. First thing I always want people to understand that I'm not a professional speaker, and I say that because anybody can talk.
Right.
Anybody can talk. You just gotta have the courage. So with my life, I'm just a vessel, bro. You know, I just know that if I go out and I serve something that's bigger than me, it's easy to fuck up on your accountability. But when I take my eyes off myself and put it on other people, then that's where, you know, that's why the best version of me show up. If it's just all about me, then it's limited. My grind limited. I get burnt out because the why ain't big enough.
Right.
On the top of my shit, it say buy home from the bank, not house.
Right.
It's not a house, it's a home. You
it's
see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want to show out to people like, look, be you. Be you. Be comfortable how God made you. You don't gotta alter nothing. All you gotta do is just adapt, change your mind, improve yourself. I mean, that's just the only thing. It's a lot I can say to that question. You know what I'm saying? It's ambiguous. I can take it anywhere. I can tell. Well, what I'm doing now. Of course, this is what I'm doing. If not me, then who?
Right.
If not me, then who?
And elaborate on that.
It's 1,000 people I'll be letting down if I don't go out and be the best person I can be. Facts. Even if there's people that can't eat, even if it's that if I'm not around people that's making it happen, then I'm not making it happen for the people who are close to me and love me dearly. Sometimes a person can know that you have it, or you can look at a person just you know you can have it, and you hear it as many times. It's a person that wish that they had your situation, because if they did, they'll take it as an advantage, not a disadvantage. You know, they won't be, you know, they won't be faking, they won't be slowing down, they won't be stopping, pausing. They probably looking at your life like, man, like he tripping, I'll be doing this and that. But that's just that gratitude, you know, that come back full circle. You know, you just gotta take what the circumstances that God gave you and make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't turn my room to an office, my own little space, because I believe in like you gotta change your environment. Change whatever you got going on. It don't matter if you where you staying at. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't driving, you know, the Scat Pack, the Fast, the Marrow, the V8. You pushing the Cavalier, but you loving on and you keeping it clean, because when you get your new booty, you gonna keep that clean too. You can't appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the multi-millions when you ain't appreciating the minimum wage. And the minimum wage and the multi-million is just a number value. That don't make you who you are. You know what I'm saying? Amount of money don't determine your character, your personality.
It really just exposed you for real.
Yeah. Money don't change you, it exposes you.
Yeah. And what advice would you give for someone that's maybe following in your footsteps or in the same area of expertise that you in, as far as entrepreneurship, trying to start their own business, or in entertainment, writing scripts, producing films, creating content for YouTube, social media, you know, and really just being themselves unapologetically, because a lot of people don't know how to express themselves to the world without feeling insecure. So what advice would you give to people to kind of battle that?
I like to take notes while you speak, so I don't lose my
you
train
good.
of thought. You say something about expressing yourself. Well, I won't even call it advice, bro, because to this date of this video and prior, my nigga, I just been grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't post much. I love I love the life of privacy. I'm real sensitive when it comes to my work, and you may be a person that's watching that's sensitive too. You know, you real sensitive. Like, you don't give a fuck about what somebody say, but you kind of do, but you don't. You really want to just say fucking and go all out, but you do, but you don't. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that you don't feel like you don't have the potential to. It's all about timing. Everything got its divine time. That's why I gotta watch what I say sometimes. Oh, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. Then when that time come on the calendar and I haven't had it done, you know what I'm saying? Like, then that's why I was talking about that accountability. It gotta be bigger than yourself, because that's what I seen. I let myself down all the time if it's just about D, but if it's about my nephews. You know what I'm saying? If it's about my pop next door, you know what I'm saying? He paying the mortgage with Social Security. That shit don't sit right with me. That's why I want to buy a house from the bank. I want to be a homeowner. I want to own my home in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's just different shit, man. So you just gotta be able to my advice, love God and just keep doing what you're doing. One more thing to that question. I know I'm running both of my guns. I just respect time.
Keep going, bro. Yeah, you good.
Dog, just on some real talk shit though. Like, what you gotta do, you just gotta keep getting up and just keep hoping. Just keep doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? I never want to be a jack of all trades. A nigga loves so much. I love so many things, bro. You heard of the story in the Stopping Disease, the jack of all trades just saying you chase 2 rabbits, you never gonna catch none. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to do this one thing to open the door into all things, but shit. What if I'm just a rare breed that be like, well shit, you know, I take it as what TD Jake say. He say like, take it as a chef. You cook it on all 4 eyes. You gotta stir that pot without this sticking to the pan. You gotta flip this, you gotta do that. You gotta be in the rhythm of a chef and shit. You gotta know how to juggle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to be in the jungles, how to operate in both of them. So really, you gotta find how does this passion connect this passion? I had to connect music to movies because it was ripping me apart. Because like, damn, how do I get good at music and get good at movies? Both creative shit, but then I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? Because his mindset was all about business first, and then I can really pursue this music shit. I can really pursue this creative shit, man. It's real out here. You know what I'm saying? Anything I do, I want to come from a pure intention. You know what I'm saying? A pure heart, a pure foundation. And shit, man. I just wanna be able to have my hands in everything and do everything without and help other people who feel the same way. Like, bro, I wanna do this. I wanna do that. I got an investment group. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I work on a food truck. Like, just different shit that I wanna get under my belt. I'm only 22. Shit, I can't wait till I'm 25, bro. Just to be able to, you know, work with other people and shit. You know what I'm saying? And really change the city for a good reason. There's a lot of shit that's going on in our city right now. When evil progress, good men stand back and do shit. They don't do nothing. They're either afraid to stand up, they don't know what to stand for.
Right.
You know, so I don't know, man. I just took heed to a lot of old heads. You and myself both, like, we ahead of our time, man. We know how to listen without being too prideful. We know how to look. We know how to take pride in ourselves, but we don't know how. But we also know how to be in the middle of that. Don't be too prideful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta have balance.
Yeah, it's all about humility.
Yeah.
Because God can always take all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one day you might think you got it all, or you this and that. It's always somebody better looking. It's always somebody stronger. It's always somebody with more money.
Yeah.
But who got more character?
Exactly. And who got more charisma?
Right. Oh, me. Oh, me. So, what's your biggest driving factor in life? What's driving you for all of these goals and, you know, really making you push towards success? Because it's hard to get up each and every day. I know a lot of people, you know, that's watching this thinking like, man, yeah, you saying grind, but it's hard when you got a job and this and that and a lot of other things going on in life. So how do you stay focused and really keep at it, you know, when you're doing something? Or you might think something is your passion or talent and you going towards it and you dealing with a lot of other shit, you know, but you trying to focus on that and keep that going when you dealing with so much. How do you focus on really what you trying to invest in?
Yeah. First you gotta know that your dream ain't for sale, bro. Regardless of who don't agree with you. Starting off, I had a multi-level marketing business. I still do to this day, but it's how I got it operating now was way different. Just to really help people who looking for more and looking for mentorship in other areas. I'm just I'm a middleman in life of shit. So the answer to that question, I had to learn how to have an independent mindset. So wherever I started, wherever, it don't matter, wherever the fuck I was going, I just had to make sure, like, I gotta see it, because God blessed us with a unique perspective. That's what they say, like, nothing is new under the sun.
Right.
You know, that saying is true because nothing is never new. Everybody pull this from that inspiration, this from over here, this from over there, and it made them. Every day getting up, like, see me, I don't have any kids. I'm like the only one out of all my partners that don't have children. You know, I'm the baby of the family. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? My pop had me when he was 50. Shit, I've been an uncle ever since I was born. You see what I'm saying? So I naturally know how to be a protector. I naturally know how to do this. So when it comes to showing somebody how to do something, skills are just learned over time. It take time to learn this type of shit. That's where you got to get to know the person, get to know the story, the origin of this person. You see what I'm saying? You just got to get up and do it. You'll find time. You'll find time around the nagging, the bullshit, the people who don't support you. I'm telling you, it's people who your strangers, people who you will meet at the gym, at the grocery store. They'll bless you. They'll love on you more than anybody you ever met before.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your name is in rooms we haven't stepped in yet. We just gotta look at everything as an opportunity. I get the opportunity to run a business, or I get the opportunity to be in the room and be exposed. It's never about how much money can I get out of this opportunity. So while we chasing the bag and shit like that, that's cool, but we chasing the mindset to inevitably give us a whole fucking truckload of bags. That's abundance. That's when your cup run over, and it's just not what you can do materialistically. I want the most peace out of the room. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the glamour, you can have the Hollywood. Look, we in Hollywood, but we ain't on no Hollywood shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we real men, bro. Like, straight up.
I often say a lot of times, bro, I just want to build my own community, bro, where, like, I fuck around and be the mayor or something, and, hey, we teaching kids from 3 years old how to bust straps, how to be self-reliant, how to own businesses, how to find their passion and talent, and how to be, find that self-worth, and protecting each other somewhere where you can go and you don't gotta lock your door. And they got places like that, different islands and stuff in the community where it's just so much love, where they trust each other enough in their community to where they don't gotta lock their door. They don't gotta worry about somebody raping them or somebody robbing them or killing them or something like that. Because they know Mr. Lee. They know Mr. Johnson and Miss Betty, and, that's how it used to be back in the day. We need to get back to that. I feel like, especially in the black community, nobody gonna do anything for the black community but the black community. How can we expect other people to rebuild our community when we won't even take the time to see the worth in it and rebuild it? A lot of times whenever we get a chance, we up and run, out of the hood as soon as we get some money. But when we leave, that's when they come right in, invest into it and gentrify it, and now it's the new downtown. Yeah. But if we would have did that, we would have owned the whole block, and we would have actually started creating generational wealth. If we would have owned all the houses and all the stores, then you got to pay us to come here. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. We always gonna have a culture. We always gonna have the creativity. We just need to be the first ones to get to it, to buy it first.
Exactly.
And I think that's the biggest thing. But how do you feel about that as far as real estate and investing and different things like that? Because I know that's something that our community struggles with a lot. We spend our money on bullshit. So what's your biggest advice for investing money and for people who don't have much money to invest? A lot of us living on minimum wage. So how do you take that little bit of money and actually make it exponential?
Yeah, you take that little bit of money and stretch it first in yourself. Me, bro, ever since I got out of high school and I just started, bumping elbows and shoulders and shit with people in the marketplace, I come to find out that it doesn't matter. You could take $5 and go to Barnes and Nobles and buy a self-development book. Mm-hmm. It's the compound effect. You know what I'm saying? You go home and you read every night versus the cat who go home and, he fuck off every night. Excuse me for my language. But just over a period of time, you will see what those two people end up being. Just teaching and mentorship. That's the reason why I started my investment group, Boss Man Investment Group, with all my brothers. It's because of this. We believe that we want to be able to help our next brother. You see what I'm saying? We independent business owners working interdependently. So that means that we working together accomplish something that on my own I can't do. Right. No matter how good or talented, dope, or my resources, who I know or what I know. If it won't be as good if we do it together. And so that's just embodying that mindset. Like, okay, we ain't no such thing as really self-made. Yeah, you could be self-made because I created this. You don't know how many hours, how many books, resources, YouTube, Google videos that I watched and download to create this brain. You know what I'm saying? This was self-made, but to get to the next level, oh man, we need each other. We need each other, bro.
Bro, and I was just, y'all tell this man, I was just saying that in the car, bro. When I was telling the vlog, I was like, I was pulling up to your house and I was saying how we both on the same thing and we pushing each other to be great, because I don't care who say they did it on their own, they lying. Mm-hmm. All the successful people, bro, you ain't done nothing on your own.
Yeah, so don't be afraid to ask for a hand. But check this out though, another thing though, we sometimes we overextend ourselves. You may have a good heart, or you may, you know what I'm saying, just be that cat that, you know, that looks out, that woman that looks out, and that's good. But, you know, God wants us to be able to have, we got to get our own platform. So we got to reach up. We got to reach up on our own. So when we get our own, then we can reach down and pull people up. You know, you can't overextend yourself and try to go up. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just like, you want everybody to think on your frequency. You want everybody to be on your high vibrations. You want everybody to be on your thermostat. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to regulate the room like how you regulate it, but not everybody on that same tempo.
And explain that thermostat analogy for them, because that was something I really resonated to.
Yeah. I heard it like this. There's a thermometer and there's a thermostat. The thermometer, you know, is going to read the temperature in the room, and it's going to react to that temperature. You get it? But that thermostat, let's say this window open right now as we doing this interview. Let's say my thermostat is 80 degrees. But I open this window, it's December, it's 19 degrees outside, right? So it's gonna automatically start regulating it. The temperature gonna go up and down. It's gonna try to make this room colder because the heat escaping. But what a thermostat does, it may get knocked off for a minute. If I'm 80 degrees, it's 19 degrees. It may drop, 75 or 71, but give it some time, I get right back to 80. That's what a thermostat is. That's where you want to be at. You don't want to be a thermometer. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come in here with a vile person, somebody that's unpleasant coming in with a temperament that, you know, your soul's sensitive to. Yeah. Now you upset because this motherfucker in here. Nah. Ignore that person because you're a thermostat. People gonna respond to your energy. Regardless. You respond to energy, bro. It's real.
So how did you become that thermostat, or how are you trying to become that thermostat? Because I know it's easier said than done. You know, a lot of us are reactionary instead of proactive. So what are some tips to be proactive instead of reactive in life?
Yeah. I learned this. I read, bro. So
me too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody that sounds genius, they read. That's why. And you don't. You know what I'm saying? The one thing is knowing how to control that stimulus. Knowing how to say, okay, it's a difference between reacting and responding. Seven habits of highly effective people. You talk about it. Mm-hmm. You talk about, you know, responding is taking that moment in time to think over the consequences, to think over, you know, how this is going to affect you and make you feel. And this all happened within a few seconds. That's why it's okay when somebody asks you a question, pause. You know, I used to think like the default is where your heart is at, because if it ain't coming out fast, if it ain't the first thing that's on my mind and where my head is, nah. God gave us a brain to think. He gave us time to process things, to make the right decisions, to hear his voice, to cancel out all the other shit, but to hear him, hear that silent voice, to respond. And that's what I've been practicing. I mean, yeah.
So do you have any advice as far as finding yourself? You get what I'm saying? As far as finding who you are in this world, because I know it gets cloudy for a lot of people. You know, with Instagram right here, Twitter, you know, all this social media going on, a lot of people fall into the traps of following the trends and doing what everybody else is doing, trying to be what everybody else is. But how do you stay true to yourself?
Never do something that I know that the adult me and never, you know what I'm saying? Never do something that'll make to embarrass yourself. You never want to do nothing that's outlandish. You should never want to, you should love yourself, man. You should never harm yourself. And that's where loving yourself come in at. It's almost like if you dating yourself, you wouldn't want yourself to be out here on no regular shit. So that's how you should treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still trying to figure out me. I don't even know how to answer that question all the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure out me. People who know me know what's up, know that I'm 100 and I've been that way. I'm going to always be that way. You know what I'm saying? But shit, self-mastery is how we get to a place where, you know, you able to talk about yourself and be transparent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know today you wanted to pull up and rap me. Me and you rap on the regular, and when we do, we have deep intellectual conversations. So that's what's up that you even, you know, pulling me to the side like, bro, we need to get this shit on some type of footage. You know, somebody can be impacted, at least one person. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, that's what it's all about, man. It's never about us. It's always about the next life. It's always about the next person. But shit, I'm not perfect. We imperfect. And God do good things with imperfect people. God doesn't want you to be, He's not looking for perfection. You know what I'm saying? So why should we look at that for myself? You know what I'm saying? We real hard on ourselves. Even as perfection at a skill or a craft, because we want to be the best. Hey, people the best still got their flaws. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James missed layups. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, man, we gotta understand that we working with a higher power. We working with something that's majestic. We working with something that's really want to see us win. We just gotta be able to let the months roll. We gotta let time roll. We gotta let the months roll. Let's get better at shit. Let the months roll though. We gotta let that shit kick in.
And as far as completing your goals, do you have any advice for that? You know, as far as getting tasks done. Because I know a lot of people set tasks and they set these big goals that they want to complete, but how do you actually get them done? Or at least how do you get them done? You know, once you set a goal, how do you complete it? And how would you, you know, advise other people to, you know, complete theirs?
Yeah. That's a unique question. To be honest with you, I mean, you gotta learn how to measure yourself. So I track myself, you know what I'm saying? In my iPhone, in my notes, you know, I just write December, the date, and then I just start there, you know. If I feel like I'm slacking somewhere, I let that be done. I write it down, I get it out, you know what I'm saying? You gotta feel those feelings of guilt, feel those feelings of like, oh man, I'm procrastinating, to understand what you procrastinating about, you know what I'm saying? How I complete goals, bro, like, and that's the thing. I feel like every person who succeed, they got their own regimen, but it's never perfect all the time, man. Like, you gonna fall short. You gonna be hella good. Your strength's gonna play out this way, you know. You just gotta be able to. What I'm understanding is right there. Respect deadlines. I'm a cat that really, you know what I'm saying, don't follow deadlines, but when I do follow them, it feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like having a challenge to 48 hours write a short story screenplay for $25,000. Being my writing coach, we had 48 hours to do it. We put her all night and she came back a few hours later. That felt good to finish that screenplay because we had a deadline. So now I'm able to measure myself, but when I'm just writing, and I always been a writer. You know, it's just a lot of shit just going into the repertoire. So make a repertoire, have a repertoire, like have a repertoire of things that you know you getting good at, and then you will start to accomplish your goals. You know. And then we live regular life too. Don't get it twisted. Like people who make it big or whatever you want to call it, or they got good at this talent, they still got regular life. You know what I'm saying? Like they got regular life, like real life shit going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just got into it, like they got relationships going on, but on the side they still do this. We only looking at this though, but we ain't respecting enough what go on in their private life.
That they actually human.
You know what I'm saying? Get off motherfuckers bumper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anybody can be great at something. Put the fucking time in and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like behind closed doors. Like I'm behind closed doors. I talk to God and out my. I'm able to confess that in the background, or when I'm out in front of a camera or something. Then it come out like, oh, this nigga know what he talking about. No, nigga, I'm awkward and I say it out loud in the mirror. Or I say it out loud and I talk to God when I got all this shit on my mind. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn to know that you gotta try new shit. You gotta step out of yourself, man. Don't berate yourself. Love on yourself.
Alright. And one more time, where can the people find you on social media at?
Man, you can follow me on the gram at DBlock. So that's DEE_BLOCKK. And
do you have any Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, anything like that?
I don't be on Snapchat for real. I don't be on Twitter. I run a lot of business accounts, so you see my life. You see me on the ground. You can follow me on Facebook, Darius Bass. That's me. I'm looking to network. I'm looking to do business. I'm looking to build long-lasting relationships. I want to build a gap. I want to bridge people. I want to be able to have resources, man. I want to be able to have power. Like I really want to get it to where like I can talk to somebody. Me, a young lady, she want to be a beautician or something. I can hook you up with the best one. Like, you know, you see a lot of supporters under these celebrities' pages and these people that love them. Like, help them. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I got a business I can plug you into. That's why I do what I do. I got some people who you know, if you show the right signs of ambition, just because you're ambitious don't mean, you know, that's why I tell people all the time too, just because you don't like your job doesn't make you ambitious, or you ambitious, you want to quit your job. Like you gotta understand it. You gotta wanna, don't limit yourself. It's okay to reinvent yourself. Fuck a job. Do what you want to do. The job is there to hold it down so you can be able to have time to be able to fund whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no slave to that. Yeah.
Alright, and do you got any last words to let the people know?
Oh yeah. Put God first. Steve Harvey coming in my mind. You have not because you ask not. And I'm starting to learn how to pray, learn how to ask the law, ask the nature, ask the world, the universe for the right things, knowing the right way to pray as if. Continue to pray as if. Match those vibrations of what you want in the future and bring it back somehow into now. Get that vibration, get how you will actually feel if you in that new ball, or how you will feel if you got 50 large in your face and to go do that. How you will feel if you pay off that mortgage. That's exactly what I want to do. That's like one of my biggest goals, bro, to pay the house off. So I know me and my pops got a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna move in shackled with no female. I already did it. You know what I'm saying? I want to do it right this time. You know, but I want to put my best foot forward. I want to come out of the gate. You know, a hungry lion. You know what I'm saying? I want to make my bird proud. Yeah, fuck all that. I ain't trying to be no statistic. There's enough of those. You know, so I love y'all, man. I love whoever will watch this. I had the time to watch it. And, respect you, bro. We're gonna be doing some big things for the city. 2020.
Alright, y'all. We're gonna be back with another talent talk and another talent TV next week. So definitely tune in. Make sure you subscribe, share, like, and comment. And if you like this video, go ahead and let your friends know. Let everybody know. Don't, share the good. Don't hide the goods. Make sure you share it. Let other people know, because this is something that the community needs to hear and feel and see. A lot of people are not giving positive advice And we just trying to promote that, trying to promote entrepreneurs and different talents to really get people out there and show that it's actually some positivity in the world. It's not just negative stuff going on. So if you all agree with me, then go ahead, show me some love, like, comment, share, and let's get it started. All right, see y'all later.